also need to get my length. So, length. Level straight up. But do want it to sit about here. So yeah, take that. Plus an inch and a half. So 52 3/8 is my height, or my length. 46 1/8 is my height. 52 3/8 length, height. Okay. All right, so I got 46 1/8 is my height. 52 3/8, actually, that's minus an inch and a half. So minus 1/2. So I'll add that up. What I'm gonna do is, I know the set of steps used to be there. There was maybe 5 or 6 steps. So to get my number, there's another way of doing it, but the way I do it is this. So I divide 6 divided by 46 1/8, which you really can't find an eighth on a calculator. I guess maybe you could. So I'm gonna do 46.1 maybe. That might even be too much. Divided by 6 gives me 7 and 6 8 3 3 3 3 3 whatever. So that's probably 7 5/8. I'll call it 7 5/8. Yeah, about 7 5/8. So I would have 6 steps at 7 5/8. If I would have did 5 numbers, it would have given me 5 steps at 9.22, which would be 9 3/8, which would probably, well, you can't do that. It's got to be in between 7 or 8. Like the height of the step has to be in between 7 or 8. So if you happen to do that and you say you put 5 and you get 9, and so you know that's wrong, so you would have to go up a step. So you would put 6. It's gonna come out to 7 5/8 or whatever. If you were to put 7, you would have 6 1/2, which is it's kind of, you can maybe get away with 6 1/2, a 6 1/2 height of your riser, but still, I would just go with your 6 steps at 7 5/8. And that's for any number. When you get the number from your top to your landing, any number, it doesn't matter how tall the number is, what the number is, you just add it up. It doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna show you how to bring that from numbers to wood. So for the length, I'm gonna make a set of steps, and then you can make your riser has to be this. And your tread has to be a certain size also, but let's say the tread is at 9 1/2, and you can make the tread actually bigger. You can make it 3/4 bigger or whatever, so you could make it 10 1/4 altogether. But where your riser lands, if you want to overhang, then you would make it 9 1/2. So you have to cut that 9 1/2. But then you got to take that 9 1/2 times 5, because you're not making 6 steps, you're making 5. Your last step would be your step up to the floor. So gonna have 5 steps. So then you add 5 times 9.5. 5 times 9.50 is 47.5, which I need to go bigger because I need to have it at 52 3/8. So let's go. So I have to go bigger, which is a pretty big step. Well, 10 once it comes out with the tread on the top, 10 1/4, it's a decent sized step. So I'm gonna do 10, which that's gonna be 50. Yeah, that's gonna be 50. Hold on, 9 times 10. No, it's not 9. 6. Sorry. No, wrong. 5. Yeah, so 50. 50 times 10 is 50, right? Yeah, 50. So I need another 2 3/8. So this is gonna be a little weird, but let's try this. 5 times 10.1. No. 11. 55. Too much. 10.23. 51. No. 25. 1/4. No. So it's not gonna be a half. So I got 5 steps at 10.5, which will give me 52.5. 52 3/8 is what I need to get to, which I can shave that a little bit and give me 1/8 of an inch. So I need, my tread needs to be 10.5, but it doesn't even have to be the tread, it just has to be the riser length at 10.5. Then I can make the top, the tread, I can probably make that at 11. Give it a little 1/2 inch slip. If it doesn't need a 1/2 inch slip, no, I can give it a 1/2 inch slip. So I'm gonna draw out the steps. I got 7 11/16, 7 5/8 by 10.5. Then I take my framing square. Doesn't gotta be very sharp, I guess. I'm gonna mark it right here, top. This is the riser. So what I got? 7 5/8. The edge of this is gonna be at 7 11/16, 5/8, a heavy 5/8. This is gonna be at 10.5. Bam. That moved a little bit, so I gotta get that back there. Right there. 7 and a heavy 5/8, 10.5. There's my first mark. Do it again. 7. I like to kind of put that line over so I can see. 7 and heavy 5/8, 10.5. As you go through, you'll see the angle of your square, and you'll kind of get it right every time. Bam. So that's not a step because it can't be first step, second step. 7 and a heavy 5/8, 10.5. Third step. So, and therefore, and thereon, or whatever. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, I'll have to make a cut. I'll kind of show that. This one will come this way. I'll even that line out. But I'm gonna minus 3/4 for the back plate. Minus 3/4 of that for the back plate. Then the height of this last step is gonna be different if I need an overhang. If I need this lip to overhang for the top, this height will be different. and your bottom height will be different. But I guess I'm gonna show that too. So I got 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step, 5 step, 1 more, actually 2 more. 7 and a heavy 5/8 by about 10 and a half. 7 and a heavy 5/8, 10 and a half, almost perfect. 5th step, I don't like that crack. Sometimes these like to fall off, but well, it would be this. That it's gonna fall off, but I can screw that in. I should have knew better than to get that cracked. So I got 5 steps, but I need 1 more to make my set. Extend this. 10 and a half. There's my set, but on the back of this, I know I'm gonna put a 3/4 plate to hold this to the wall. I know I'm gonna put a plate there, so I'm gonna minus, well, minus 3/4 from this line. 3/4. 3/4. I'm going to take my square. I'm going to try to line it up with that set or that step and these 2 marks. So if it's off a little bit, it's because your mark sometimes ain't going to be perfect both ways. So I'm going to kind of even it out. That should be it. That's the back of the steps, and that's shy of 3/4. Now for the bottom, same thing. I'm gonna sheet it each step with 3/4, so I know my last step has to be shy 3/4. If you were to sheet it with 1.5 inches like this, with like a 2x12, then you would minus 1.5 inches, which you're take your square, this is 1.5 inches, and you would make this mark. You go from there, line it up there, to that set, or to that step, and then you would mark all the way across. And that would be your last step for when you would have a tread 3/4, 1.5 inches all the way through. And then you would minus, you wouldn't minus up here. So I'm gonna minus 3/4 because that's what's going on in this. So I'm gonna take 3/4, it's actually almost perfect. And I'm gonna line this up with there. Bring it down. Try to get that good. And that's about it. So there's my set. And I can measure this way to make sure. It's 3/4, which is 6 7/8. 6 7/8. So that's good. So I'm gonna cut this out. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Already got my stringer, pretty confident that's it. So I'm gonna trace it. No reason to keep cutting it out or keep measuring, because this is my template. I'm just gonna trace it, and I'm gonna get my length of where the set goes. And I'm gonna cut everything out of that, cut my treads and cut my risers out of that. So I got all my stringers set up, got all my pieces cut at 7.5. They don't have to go all the way up, so I leave it like 1/8 of an inch so it's not sticking above the tread or whatever. You got your back piece. This will sit on the back of the steps to allow you to nail into your whatever you got, your header or whatever. There are other ways of doing it. I just like doing it this way. So, and then all this is the height of your stringer, which is here. Then you got a 3/4 right here, because that's what's gonna sit on top. So I got 3/4 there. Then I got the height of my riser, which is 7 5/8 or 7 11/16. And I'm not gonna cut this top off because I'm not gonna have an overhang on that top. So it's gonna go even with the floor. It's gonna get carpet, so you won't really see it. So. There's my set of steps. I don't have the tread on them right now. It makes it a lot easier. I probably shouldn't even put that many risers on it. Makes it a lot heavier. So now I gotta lift this up, put it in its spot. But I can't do that today because I don't have a 2x6 and I gotta run a header across that way and that way before I can even drop this in. Once I drop it in, then I will put the tread on. Steps are done.